Is aging well just a roll of the dice? I don't want to believe that. And there are concrete things I do today, and I want to share them with you, how I load the dice to roll in my favor, and how you can do the same. We're going to do a little sample right now, you and me, in a moment. I'm sure you have the same fantasy in your mind. I see myself at 90, alive, sharp in my mind, independent, agile, still doing the things I love doing and considered an authority by younger folks. I'm 67 right now, almost 68, so there's still a long way to go to get there. I definitely don't envision myself bedridden, dragging 7 chronic diseases and barely living, or should I say, dying slowly. That wouldn't be worth living longer for, right? And yet, we see it all around us. There are more older people around than ever before, but it is rare to see a 90-year-old that makes you think, this is how I want to age. Modern medicine is great at prolonging life, but in many cases it just makes us die more slowly. Or, as aging experts describe it, we should be more interested in increasing our health span than our lifespan. In other words, it's worth living longer only as long as we can still enjoy life and actually live it fully, stay active and maintain our independence and our brain power. And okay, we have information. Information is abundant, lots of it around. Don't smoke, drink in moderation, or not at all, exercise. We've heard it all, especially exercise. 150 minutes a week of resistance training, a brisk daily 60-minute walk. It sounds like we should live a different life to do anything useful about it. So considering the life that we're actually living, this whole aging magic seems totally out of our control. Many of us prefer to avoid the subject altogether. We live our lives to the best of our ability and hope for the best. Is that it? Is this the best we can do? I don't think so. I have a roadmap, a compass, and it gives me a clear next step. And then the next step after that. It works for me, it works for my students, and it's not magic. It actually makes a lot of sense that it should work. And the steps are small, really small. They don't require me to live a different life. It's more of a shift in mindset than a to-do list. It doesn't guarantee that my vision of myself at 90 will come true, but it defines a journey that goes there. So I'm not at the mercy of the fates. I'm actively loading the dice in my favor, a little bit with each little step. And the great advantage of these small steps is that they're small. I don't have to live a different life, change everything and start from scratch. All it takes is taking the next step and sticking with it consistently. If you've been following me for a while, you've heard it before. What I do, what I teach, what these steps are made of, I call it mindful movement, which means that once in a while, hopefully every day, even a few times a day, I pause. And then I move mindfully. The pause is the difficult part. Remembering to do it, pressing the pause button. On daily life, on the habitual rat race, on performing. Our modern life is composed of hundreds of tasks, and we perform them constantly. We eat and drink, and we go to the bathroom, we cook and clean and shower, we work, we take care of our health, of our family, of our home, of our friends, of the garden, of the dog, of the car. We pay the bills, we go to the doctor. It's endless. And we also perform less essential things, but we still perform them We watch TV or Netflix, or we scroll through endless Facebook, Instagram, X feeds that never end, and we never pause. The decision to pause and actually turning off the noise and creating a parenthesis, a pause in the noise, well, it takes a decision. It doesn't just happen. And once you pause, there's room for something new to emerge. You've opened up some space. We must actively create this space because it is not there in our environment. In my youth, I used to get bored. It happened. Having time with nothing to do was part of life. I had to fill up this time. Some of it was filled with doing nothing. Today, young people don't get bored anymore. There is no empty space. There's always the phone to fill up every tiny space. And it's not just young people. I didn't grow up with a phone that eliminated the question, what do I do now? But now that I have a phone, it does fill up the empty spaces. So for me too, pressing the pause button is a choice. I must take that choice. It doesn't just happen. Same for you? I thought so. That's why we're here. If you're willing, we're going to make that space right now. Press the pause button with me. Declare with me. The world can wait a couple of minutes, a minute or two. I'll be right back. And now that we are not hurrying to keep scrolling or answer the phone or cook dinner, we have created some silence. We can slow down. Breathe. And now we can take a short moment to do something that will actually influence how we age. Move and keep our mind awake and attentive. Sit at the front of the chair so you're not leaning back, or if you're standing, this will also work. Put both hands on your breastbone, one on top of the other, and follow your breathing. Are your hands moving a little? Now, with each in-breath, slide the skin on your breastbone a little upwards, softly, lightly. You're not pushing, you're just sliding the skin a little bit. With the out-breath, slide the skin a little downwards. You're accompanying your breathing with your hands. Be gentle, treat yourself kindly. Allow your chest to respond to this hint from the hands. Your breastbone comes a little forward and up as you breathe in, and a little inward and down when you breathe out. It's very small, hardly perceptible to an observer, but you can feel it clearly. Your breath is probably a little fuller and slower. Savor it. Your nervous system is calming down. The effect is instantaneous. Your mind is on the movement between your hands and your chest. Your mind is also calmer. Notice it. You could be grateful for it, for this little pause. One more full breath. Okay, and let go of it. Stay with the calmness a moment longer. You've just done something good for your breathing, and for your nervous system, and for your chest mobility, and for your ability to focus, for your skill of calming down. This is a small step, but a step in a clear direction. You've oriented yourself in the direction of aging well. You've created a moment of mental focus and of physical wellness. a very small step. Take such a step often. You could do it many times every day because it hardly takes any time. It takes the decision to pause. And I don't mean do exactly this every day. You'll get bored and phase out pretty quickly. No, I'm saying create the pause, focus, and move. The movement can be different each time. Any movement will do, as long as you pay attention to what you're doing and stay focused. Let me be clear, I'm not saying you don't have to exercise. What I'm offering is a firm foundation, a mindset shift that builds self-care into our lives. With this foundation in place, any wellness practice you choose falls into place naturally. You don't have to change your life. You change how you treat yourself. Want some more idea of how to focus on movement and be mindful? Join my free 5-day challenge, Mindful Movement Every Day. And you'll be taking a few more steps on this journey. Small, constant steps. This is how we load the dice to roll in favor of aging gracefully. Stay well, stay in motion.